Another Death Row production. Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. Happy Saturday to all. It is August 22nd. Looking back at yesterday, we do hit on our ladder play. Our solo bet came through for us. Could have been a much better day. We just needed the Cubs to come through for us. We go 2 for 3 on our parlay. We just needed the Cubs. They lose in overtime. Heartbreaking day. But look, you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We got a full slate of baseball here on tap today. Games get started nice and early. You guys know how we do on the weekends. Abbreviated breakdown. We're gonna run through these games, get to these picks. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into. Alright, first game up, we got the Blue Jays in New York taking on the Yankees. We got Dylan Cease on the mound for the Jays. We got Ryan Weathers on the mound for the Yankees. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Dylan Cease on the mound for the Blue Jays, having a really good season. Saw this Yankees team last week, pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, but struck out 10 batters. He was up in Toronto in that game. He was up in the dome pitching. It was a much pitcher-friendly environment, more controlled environment. Today here in Yankee Stadium, a very hitter-friendly ballpark. I'm expecting him to struggle a bit. Still a lineup stacked with lefties. He is still struggling with left-handed bats. Still has a high hard hit rate. I do see him going about 6 innings, giving up 2 runs once again here today. The Blue Jays bullpen continues to play good, but I see the arms coming out this Blue Jays bullpen here today, giving up another 2 runs. On the other side, we got Ryan Weathers having a really good season as well. Left-handed pitching has been crushing this Blue Jays team this season. They've been a bottom 10 team versus lefties in the last 30 games played, but in the last week they have started to show some improvement. Not to mention guys like Okamoto have very good numbers against lefties, have very high slugging numbers against left-handed pitching as well. As long as Ryan Weathers can pitch around Okamoto, I could see him coming out here today having a really good start, going about 6 innings, giving up a run. Before we get to the Yankees bullpen, they'll probably come in, give up another 2 runs themselves. This game is out in Yankee Stadium. It's a bit more for the weather side. It's a bit more on the pitcher friendly side. We have about 8 to 9 mile per hour gusts blown from the outfield into the diamond. Only 75 degrees at start. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odds favorites in this game here today. It's not by much. It's like only $1 difference right now. But I do lean with the odds makers. I like the Yankees here today on the money line. The game total set at 6.5, really low game total. I got this game finishing 4-3 for the Yankees. I like the over 6.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Ben Rice of the Yankees to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Braves in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. We got Martin Perez on the mound for the Braves. We got Logan Henderson on the mound for the Brewers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Martin Perez on the mound for the Braves. This guy's having a really good season. In the month of August, he's made 3 starts up to this point. ERA sitting at 2.80, whip sitting at 1.20. He's going to be seeing a Brewers lineup, still a bottom 15 team in the last 30 games played versus left-handed pitching. They only got 2 runs off of Chris Sale yesterday, but they did get 7 hits. Even the game before that, when they saw, the series before that, when they saw Skubal, they were able to get 8 hits off of Skubal. Here today, seeing Martin Perez, a guy that does not have the strikeout capability of Sale or Skubal. He's more reliant on contact. A sinker baller, I see him struggling in this game. This my Brewers team, like I said, has been able to get hits off of left-handed pitching. It's not necessarily, they haven't just been able to capitalize in the last month. My overall breakdown for Perez here today, I see him struggling, going about 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. Before we get to the Braves bullpen, they've been playing much better of late. Remember, they went through a stretch where they were abysmal. All the arms always came out giving up a bunch, but recently they've gotten back into form. I like the arms available for Atlanta late in this game to come in, possibly shut down this Brewers lineup, if not give up a run. On the other side, we got the young right-handed pitcher Logan Henderson on the mound. He's looked really good this season, looked really good in the month of August as well. ERA below 8, whip below 120. He's going to be seeing a Braves lineup. I mean, they're capable. It's only a matter of time before they get back on track. There is a possibility they can get to Logan Henderson here today. Fastball sitting around 98, 99. They saw Mizorowski yesterday, so they're seeing a similar style pitcher here today. Not to mention Logan Henderson can be a bit over dependent on that fastball at times, especially when he falls behind in the count. My overall breakdown for Logan here today, he's going to be seeing a lineup loaded with left-handed bats. That's something that can work against him. I see him going about 6 innings, giving up 2, possibly 3 runs before we get to the Brewers bullpen. They're in a really good spot here today to come in this game, shut down this Braves lineup. This game is out in Milwaukee in the Dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Brewers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the under 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Jackson Chourio of the Brewers to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Cardinals in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. We got Quinn Matthews on the mound for the Cards. We got Andrew Painter on the mound for the Phillies. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Quinn Matthews, the left-handed pitcher, will be on the mound for the Cardinals. They got him back in the starting rotation because Andre Palente got hurt, but in this game here today, he's going to be seeing a Phillies lineup stacked with left-handed bats, but Quinn Matthews has a whip sitting close to 160. This guy's walk rate is through the roof. I'm not expecting him to be in this game too long. My overall breakdown for him here today, he goes 4 innings, giving up 2 runs before we get to this terrible Cardinals bullpen. They're probably going to come in this game, give up a bunch of runs when they enter. On the other side, we got Andrew Painter on the mound. This guy continues to have quality starts since they brought him back up from the IL. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Cardinals lineup. And the last 2 weeks offensively, this Cardinals lineup's been a top 10 team versus right-handed pitching. Not to mention there's at least 4 to 5 lefties in the order here today for him. I see that giving Andrew Painter a bit of a problem. My overall breakdown in this game for Painter, he goes 5 innings, gives up a run or 2 before we get to this Phillies bullpen. We talked about it in yesterday's video. They're going to come in these games, just give up a bunch of runs. They did it once again yesterday. I see the arms once again coming out this Phillies bullpen, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs. This game is going to be out in Philadelphia. As far as the weather side goes, it's a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side. We got about 6 to 7 mile-per-hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like that over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Alec Baum of the Phillies for 2 total bases today. Alright, next game up, we got the Tampa Bay Rays in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. We got Shane McClanahan on the mound for the Rays. We got Brandon Young on the mound for the Orioles. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Shane McClanahan back on the mound for the Rays. This will be his second start back from injury. Got hit up in his first start back last week, but in this game here today, he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup. They continue to be very good versus left-handed pitching, especially in the slugging department. They're top 5 in slugging versus left-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Shane McClanahan is prone to giving up the home run or 2 in a game, so that is something I'm paying attention to here today for him. Not to mention Pete Alonso has been crushing the ball of late. My overall breakdown for McClanahan, he goes about his regular 5 innings. This is a guy that usually doesn't pitch too deep anyways. He'll go his regular 5, giving up 2 runs before we get to this mediocre Tampa Bay Rays bullpen. They've been playing terrible for the last, I want to say, month and a half, if not longer than that. We saw them in yesterday's game come in, give up a bunch of runs. I'm expecting the arms to do the same here today. Looking at the arms available, I see them coming in the game after McClanahan leaves in the 5th, coming in this game, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs. On the other side, we got Brandon Young back on the mound, a guy that's very shaky on the road, really good at home this season. His last start was on the road. He got hit up. Back here at home, where he's been really good this season. At home, he has an ERA of 3.20, whip sitting at 1.22. He's going to be seeing a Tampa Bay Rays lineup. They are matched up very well against him. This is a guy that throws a fastball sinker splitter combination very well, but he's going to be seeing a bunch of left-handed bats. I'm projecting that to give him a problem here today. I see him going out there giving up about 2 runs, his 6 innings of work before we get to the Orioles bullpen. They continue to play really good. They're in a good spot here today. I see the arms coming out this Orioles bullpen, giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. As far as the weather goes in this game, it's a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side. We got about 5 mile-per-hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Rays are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Baltimore Orioles on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Pete Alonso with the Orioles for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Mets in Chicago taking on the White Sox. We got Christian Scott on the mound for the Mets. We got Luis Castillo on the mound for the White Sox. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Christian Scott on the mound for the Mets. Struggling here in the month of August. ERA sitting close to 6, whip sitting close to 140. He's going to be seeing a White Sox lineup, still a top 10 team versus right-handed pitching. Not to mention Christian Scott, the big knock on him, and we talk about it all the time. Once that pitch count hits over 75, or it's like the 5th inning, you can't leave him out there too deep is the big thing with this guy. Once he's out there too long, he starts to regress tremendously. The hard hit rate goes up when he's past the 5th inning. Once the pitch count is over 80, you really start to see the velocity drop with him. Here today, seeing a White Sox lineup, like I said, very good order versus right-handed pitching, versus high slugging numbers versus righties as well. This is a spot where I can see Scott continuing to get hit up. My breakdown for him here today, he goes 5 innings, giving up 2, possibly 3 runs. Before we get to this Mets bullpen, they continue to play really well here. I see the arms coming out the Mets bullpen here today, giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Luis Castillo. Had that one amazing start against the Reds where he pitched 7 shutout innings, but other than that, he's been getting hit up all of his starts for the White Sox. Going out there, pitching 5 innings, giving up 2 to 3 runs. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Mets lineup. We backed this Mets order yesterday against Sean Burke. They matched up really well against him. They got 4 runs off of him. Here today, seeing Luis Castillo, a lower caliber pitcher, a guy they also match up very well against. They hit all his pitch mix very well and his velocity. I see Castillo getting hit up in this one. Going about 5 innings, giving up 3, possibly 4 runs before we get to the White Sox bullpen. They're in a really good spot here today. They're a really good bullpen overall. I see the arms coming out the pen, possibly giving up another run, if not shutting down this Mets order. Looking at the weather, second best offensive game on the schedule here today. We got about 6 to 7 mile per hour winds blown from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The White Sox are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the New York Mets on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like that over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Carson Bench of the Mets for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Tigers in Kansas City taking on the Royals. We got Drew Anderson on the mound for the Tigers. We got Michael Wacha on the mound for the Royals. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Drew Anderson on the mound for the Tigers. He had been working out of the bullpen for most of the season. Then they moved him into the starting rotation after they traded Skubal and everyone. In his last 3 starts, he has an ERA sitting at 2.80, whip sitting at 1.25. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Royals lineup offensively. In the last 2 weeks, they're a top 10 team versus right-handed pitching, but those numbers are very fudged because they were playing that series with the Athletics where they were putting up like 10 plus runs in every game. But here today for Drew Anderson, they're probably only going to see him for 4 innings. Looking at his pitch mix breakdown against this Royals lineup, I can see him having a good outing, going about 4, possibly giving up a run. Before we get to the Tigers bullpen, they're in a really good spot here today. They've been a good bullpen for a while. I see the arms coming out the bullpen here today, giving up another run or so, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Michael Wacha on the mound. Michael Wacha in the month of August has pitched 17 innings, has given up 10 runs. The hard hit rate sitting at 48%. The whip is sitting at 137. The control's been a bit of an issue for him as well. He's going to be seeing a Tigers lineup. Didn't really do nothing yesterday with Noah Cameron, but they've been struggling versus lefties all year. They've been really good versus righties all season, not to mention they have good numbers against Michael Wacha in the past. I see the Tigers getting to him here today. I see Wacha going about 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. Before we get to the X factor, the Royals bullpen, they're going to come in this game, give up a bunch of runs themselves. This game is out in Kansas City. I wouldn't really say the weather's affecting anything. It's 90 degrees, but we got wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. So let's get to the picks. The Royals are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like that under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Dylan Dingler of the Tigers for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Giants in Boston taking on the Red Sox. We got Blake Tidwell on the mound for the Giants. We got Patrick Sandoval on the mound for the Red Sox. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the young right-handed pitcher Blake Tidwell on the mound for the Giants. Primarily had been a bullpen arm for most of the season, but since they moved him into the starting rotation, this guy has been abysmal. In the month of August, he's pitched a combined 15 innings while giving up 11 runs. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox offense, top 10 offense versus right-handed pitching. We saw this team get to Logan Webb yesterday. They got a bunch of runs off of Logan Webb. I'm expecting them to do the same here today to Tidwell. Not to mention he's not going to go too deep in this game, so we'll get to this terrible Giants bullpen very early here today. My overall breakdown for Blake Tidwell, he goes about 4 innings, giving up 2, possibly 3 runs. Before we get to the Giants bullpen, they're going to come in this game, give up a bunch of runs. On the other side, we got Patrick Sandoval on the mound. The left-handed pitcher, his last 2 starts has been getting shelled, giving up 11 runs in 15 innings pitched between his last 2 starts. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Giants lineup, bottom 5 offense versus left-handed pitching. Not to mention, most of the best bats in this order are lefties. That's something that's going to work in Sandoval's favor. As long as he can limit the walks, he'll have a really good start here today. My overall breakdown for him, he pitches 5 innings, giving up a run. Before we get to the Red Sox bullpen, they're in a really good spot here today to come in this game, shut down this Giants order. This game is out in Boston, the most pitcher-friendly game on the schedule. Minus 20 home run percentage. We got winds blown from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Red Sox are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Abreu with the Red Sox for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Pirates in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. We got Jarrett Jones on the mound for the Pirates. We got Tariq Skubal on the mound for the Dodgers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the young right-handed pitcher Jarrett Jones on the mound for the Pirates. This guy's looked decent at spots, but he's also looked terrible in some games. He is a contact pitcher, pitches for a lot of pop fly outs. We've seen that backfire on him in his last few starts. His last start last week against the Mets, pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Dodgers lineup stacked with left-handed bats. He's been struggling versus lefties this season. Not to mention in his last 6 starts, the hard hit rate is sitting at a combined 46%. In this game here today, I do not like this spot for Jarrett Jones. I see him getting lit up, going about 4 or 5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs. Before we get to this Pirates bullpen, their tax coming into this game here today. I see the arms coming out this Pirates bullpen, giving up another 2, possibly 3 on themselves. On the other side, we got Skubal on the mound. He's looked decent for the Dodgers ever since he came over, going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs in all of his starts. But here today, he's going to be seeing a Pirates lineup stacked with left-handed bats. This is a bottom 15 team versus left-handed pitching in the last 30 games played. Not to mention the strikeout numbers for this Pirates lineup continues to go up. Skubal has elite strikeout stuff. I see Skubal going out here today having his best start as the Dodger, going about 6-7 innings where he gives up a run, if not scoreless. Before we get to this terrible Dodgers bullpen, we saw them come in the game yesterday, give up a bunch of runs. I see them doing the same once again here today, coming in this game, giving up at least 2 to 3 runs themselves. This game is out in Los Angeles. Very hitter-friendly weather. It's plus 25 home run percentage. We got about 12 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield, 85 degrees. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Cubs in Seattle taking on the Mariners. We got 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got David Peterson on the mound for the Cubs. We got Cade Anderson on the mound for the Mariners. Alright, getting into this one here, we got David Peterson on the mound for the Cubs. He continues to be very good ever since coming over from the Cubs, but has had a few rocky starts here or there. Seeing a Seattle Mariners offense here today that got to Matthew Boyd yesterday. They were able to get a few runs off of him, but they're still a bottom 10 offense versus left-handed pitching. David Peterson is a sinker ball pitcher. Pitches for a lot of contact. That is something you don't want to be against this Mariners lineup. You want to be a pitcher that has really good or really reliable strikeout stuff. Here today for David Peterson, I can see him struggling a bit. You still got some guys capable of getting to left-handed pitching. You still got some guys with some very good slugging numbers versus lefties. David Peterson has a hard hit rate sitting at 42%, a guy that's averaging 1.3 home runs per 9 innings. My overall breakdown for Peterson, he pitches 5, gives up 2 runs. Before we get to the Cubs bullpen, they're slightly taxed coming into it. I see the arms coming out this Cubs bullpen, giving up another 2 runs. On the other side, we got the highly touted prospect. I think he might be one of the most highly touted prospects in all of Major League Baseball, not just for the Mariners system. I think he's one of the highest ranked starting pitchers in all of baseball as well. Coming into this game, he's going to be seeing a Cubs lineup. Granted, they're a bottom 15 offense versus lefties. They got a lot of right-handed bats in this lineup capable of getting to left-handed pitching. They've seen some really good lefties that have shut them out before, but here today, seeing the rookie pitcher, I don't know how long we're going to see him. That's going to play a big factor in this game. A reason why I'm hesitant to even want to place a bet on this game, because of the young pitcher. Don't know how long he's going to be out there, what to even expect from him, really. This Mariners bullpen, if we get to the Mariners bullpen early, if you're like looking for a live bet, if they take him out by the 4th, 5th inning and it's like Seattle's up a run, I would bet the Cubs at that spot. But in this game here today for Anderson, looking at his pitch mix breakdown and his past games in the minors, I can see a few of the Cubs getting to him. Like Bregman's been crushing lefties as well lately, as well as Suzuki. My overall breakdown for Anderson, he pitches 4, gives up 2 runs here today. Before we get to the Mariners bullpen, I see the arms coming out. Seattle's bullpen here today, giving up another 3. This game is out in Seattle, extremely pitcher friendly weather. We got about, it says +5 home run percentage, but it's only like 2 to 3 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Mariners are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Chicago Cubs on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Suzuki of the Cubs for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Guardians in Colorado taking on the Rockies. We got Tanner Bybee on the mount for the Guardians. We got Gabriel Hughes on the mount for the Rockies. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Tanner Bybee on the mount for the Guardians. This guy's continuing to have a really good season. He's been struggling of late though. In the month of August, he has an ERA sitting at 5.50. He's traveling into Colorado here today. Talk about all the time you want to be a fastball pitcher. He does throw a really good fastball and a cutter as well. I'm projecting Tanner Bybee to come out here today, have a really good outing. Besides Moniak, as long as he could pitch around Moniak, I should say, I don't see anybody else in this Rockies lineup giving him any type of problems. I can see Bybee going about 6 innings here today, giving up a run. Before we get to the Guardians bullpen, they're in a really good spot. They've been continuing to play shaky. I still see the arms coming in, giving up another run, but they're not too taxed overall, I should say. On the other side, we got Gabriel Hughes on the mount. He showed some promise overall, but he's been getting hit up himself in the last 13 innings pitched. This guy's given up close to 20 runs. The hard hit rate sitting at 52%. This is a guy that pitches for a lot of contact, a guy that does struggle a bit with left-handed bats. Seeing a Guardians lineup here today stacked with lefties, not to mention Ramirez, Kwan, DeLatner, all match up well against them. I see Gabriel Hughes getting stomped in this game, going about 5 innings, giving up 4 to 5 runs. Before we get to the terrible Rockies bullpen, I see the arms coming out the Rockies bullpen, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs themselves. Looking at the weather, the most offensive friendly game on the schedule, plus 30 home run percentage. We got about 8 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 11. I do like the over 11 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Jose Ramirez of the Guardians for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Reds in Arizona taking on the Diamondbacks. We got Rhett Lauder on the mount for the Reds. We got Michael Soroka on the mount for the D-backs. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Rhett Lauder on the mount for the Reds. This guy continues to struggle this year. He continues to be terrible this season. They've been trying to work him in and out of the bullpen, trying him back in the starting rotation. In the month of August, he's pitched a combined 18 innings, giving up a combined 10 runs. The control is still an issue. The hard hit rate, still the biggest issue, giving up. He's averaging 1.3 home runs per 9 innings. Seeing a Diamondbacks lineup here today. Bunch of good bats that match up well against them. Not to mention, they continue to be a top 10 team in the last 2 weeks versus right-handed pitching. My overall breakdown for Rhett Lauder here today, he goes about 5 innings, giving up 2, possibly 3 runs. Before we get to the Reds bullpen, there's slightly tax coming into it here today. I see the arms coming out the Reds bullpen, giving up another 2 runs themselves. On the other side, we got Michael Soroka on the mount. This guy, this will be his 3rd start back from injury, but He's looked decent since returning, only giving up 2 runs in 12 innings pitched up to this point. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Reds lineup. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, this team has been terrible. Bottom 5 team versus right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. We saw them do nothing with Rodriguez yesterday. I'm projecting Soroka, another guy that throws a really good sinker just like Rodriguez, to come out here today, have success. He's going to be seeing a lineup with 7 righties in here. My overall breakdown for Soroka, he goes about 6 innings, giving up a run, possibly scoreless. Before we get to the Diamondbacks bullpen, they're in a really good spot here today themselves to come in this game and shut down this Cincinnati Reds lineup. This game is down in Arizona in the Dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Diamondbacks are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Corbin Carroll of the Diamondbacks to hit a home run today. Alright, final game of the day. We got the Minnesota Twins in San Diego taking on the Padres. We got Dean Kramer on the mound for the Twins. We got Casey Mize on the mound for the Padres. Alright, getting into this game here, Dean Kramer's on the mound for the Twins. Ever since Minnesota acquired him, he's been really good. Granted, he's played some weak offensive teams. Here today, he's going to be facing the best offensive team he's seen in, like, I want to say a month and a half. Dean Kramer's knock struggles with the hard hit rate. The hard hit rate sitting at 48%. He averages 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. Seeing a Padres lineup that's top 10 when it comes to slugging numbers versus right-handed pitching. They're batting .422 in the last week versus righties, so they kept up that pace. I seen Dean Kramer going about 5 innings here today, giving up 3 runs, if not more. Before we get to this terrible Twins bullpen, their tax coming into it, I see the arms coming out Minnesota's bullpen here today, giving up another 2 runs themselves. On the other side, we got Casey Mize. He's looked really shaky ever since San Diego acquired him. He is coming off his best start though. Pitched 6 innings, giving up a run last week. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Minnesota Twins lineup. Offensively, they continue to be really good, especially versus right-handed pitching. Right-handed pitching's been the thing that works in their favor. Casey Mize, despite being a right-handed pitcher, has reverse splits. He struggles with right-handed bats. This is a spot here today where I can see a few of these Twins getting to him. My overall breakdown for Mize, he goes 5 innings, giving up 2, possibly 3 runs himself. Before we get to this Padres bullpen, they're going to be the X factor for me. Once the Padres, after the 6th inning the Padres have a huge advantage. The bullpen's really good. They're rested coming into it. I see the arms coming out the Padres bullpen here today, shutting down the Twins lineup. This game is out in San Diego. They do have it rated with a +2 home run percentage. We got about 3 to 4 mile per hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Padres are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8. I do like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Fernando Tatis for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. Yesterday, our ladder play came through for us to pay out $163.23, so you know how we do it. We're going to pocket that $63.23, and we're going to wager $100 flat here today on the Cleveland Guardians on the money line. We're getting them at -136. This is our ladder play of the day. Next up, we have a 2-leg home run parlay we're going to be playing here today. We're going to start it off with Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and we're going to wrap it up with Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks, a 2-leg $10 home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're going to be playing here today. We're going to start it off with the Detroit Tigers on the money line. We're then going to play the Cleveland Guardians on the run line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Los Angeles Dodgers on the run line. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay. This time we're going to start it off with the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. We're then going to play the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. And we wrap up the parlay with the San Diego Padres on the run line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Saturday. I hope everybody enjoys their day here today. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.